Great.
Yeah.
Actually, doing really well.
I kind of sat down like an old man, so I wasn't really sure.
Well, I make old man noises now.
It was like a slow, like, sit into the seat.
I definitely made a sound.
And made a sound.
I definitely made a sound.
And then you just kind of had this like blank look on your face, and I was like,
Well,
"Are we okay here?"
I was concerned. It's like what you were talking about the other day, turning down music when you're looking at directions.
Yeah.
Like if you're trying to figure out where to go.
When you're driving.
You're driving.
Yeah.
Even if you're completely alone and you're trying to concentrate, you have to turn the music down.
Yeah,
to actually
yeah.
know. And that's
has nothing to do with your eyes.
No. And that's what just happened to me. I was like looking over, making sure
Yeah.
things were on and recording, and I sort of just had to like
Turn everything else off
So
a
I had
little
to
bit.
turn my mind down. I had to turn the volume in my mind down.
Understood. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it came across visually as well.
I joke all the time with my clients, specifically the woman I was tattooing today, but this is always the case. I could tell it was a little spicy. Just as far as the pain
For
level.
her. Yeah.
But unfortunately, I can't see their face.
Most of the time.
Most of the time, I'm focused on the tattoo.
Yeah.
Even if they are
like, where
face-
was it today? Where was she getting
It was sort of
tattooed?
like top of bicep.
Okay.
And then
So
into
your
the
focus
armpit.
is below her head.
Her head's like up.
And you're
she-
looking at your work. the
I'm
whole
looking at
time.
the tattoo. I'm
Yeah.
looking at the tattoo. But I know that she was making.
You could
some-
just feel it.
I could feel her tensing, and I was like, she is making funny faces right now.
And she's the type of person that would make a funny face.
Oh, for sure. She's
like,
very
like
sweet.
that's how
but,
she
like,
would release the feeling
Yeah,
of
she
the
didn't
pain.
move.
Like,
She was great. She was completely still. Made the work easy. But
good.
but how was your day?
Quiet.
Quiet.
Well, it was a level 3 emergency.
It was a
Snow
level
day,
3
all
snow
day.
emergency. Yeah.
But I was like, fuck it. I'm trekking to work. Let's go. I truly thought that tattooers would show up today.
Yeah.
Or just across town, that somebody would be at work and say, oh shit, I don't have gloves, or oh shit, I don't have stencil paper. And we would be open.
Yep.
But actually, most people, I think, followed the level 3 emergency and did not consider themselves, what's the term that everybody used during COVID? Essential workers. And they actually stayed home. So,
Yeah.
But honestly, it was fine. I had a quiet day. I got a ton of computer work done.
That's great.
And it didn't even feel too long. I feel like it was just it was just a good day, good productive day. There were a couple moments where I talked to text instead of just texting whoever I was texting, because I was like, I need to use my voice for a second.
Yeah, to make sure I can still
speak. It was
speak.
about to be some hours before I had spoken or interacted with anybody.
I always find if you have not spoken all day, then when you first do, it's very loud.
Me?
Anybody.
Oh, okay.
Anybody. It's
I
just
mean,
like
I do talk very loud.
You've had your headphones in. You've been side questing, cleaning, going to the grocery store, doing other stuff. Like I know this happens to me. Like
it's almost like it's pent up inside of you.
It is. Like sometimes I'll have a weird. Even like today, I had a weird chain of events where, because it's a level 3 snow emergency, my original.
We're down to 2, so we're good now.
We're down to 2. But my original client had to cancel. She was driving from Cleveland.
Right.
So then I was like, well, I got to get someone who can walk here.
Yeah,
So I have a client who needed to
Yep.
reschedule, but it pushed it back until 3 p.m.
Right.
So I was just silent
Yeah, you were too. We both
for
were.
a large
yeah.
section of the day. And I know my client arrives, and I was just like, hello! Hi, how are you? I have not talked to anybody.
Sorry, I've been alone.
I haven't talked to anybody.
Can I tell you everything?
Yeah, you have to unload everything as fast as possible. I was definitely very chatty today, too.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's always fun. I mean, it feels good. And I think it's just a moment where you realize that human interaction is actually very beneficial.
Of course.
We do yearn for it. It is important to have.
Yeah.
And I mean, we're talking like you and I both 5 hours,
Mm-hmm.
maybe. We're not even talking days or anything. But actually, that totally made me think of Colin O'Brady, Mr. Extreme, he's done he summited how many?
He did them all, right? It was like he broke the record for doing all of them in the shortest amount of time.
Something like that.
The
He
7 big ones.
rode Drake's Passage in a fucking rowboat.
But I think his first thing was Antarctica, and now he's back in Antarctica.
Yes, he's doing a 100-day solo trek across Antarctica
Because
right
it was
now.
Colin O'Brady who educated me on that you have to keep your poop.
Yeah.
So his whole thing is like if you're in Antarctica because of the environmental codes about it, because people always think like, oh, you're going to pack 1,000 pounds with you, but a lot of that's food and water.
Right.
And so as you excrete that, you leave it behind. So it's actually going to get lighter as you go.
Wrong.
But in Antarctica, You have
just
to
like protected, so
it's
you
protected,
can't
so you
leave
have to bag all of
anything.
it up and keep it with you.
So you're actually keeping that weight.
Yes, you're keeping
It
all the
might
weight.
actually end up being
I'm sure some of it evaporates of some sort.
evaporates, but I would also imagine some of it's a little bit heavier.
It's dense. Yeah,
I don't know.
It would not physically weigh more, but it probably is annoying to have bags of poop.
Probably pretty frozen and cold though.
Yeah,
too,
I know,
so.
I know. But it's a fascinating thing that you really don't lose the weight. And
Yeah.
Colin O'Brady.
Yeah, I mean he's doing that. I was just thinking about these guys, these extremists.
Yeah, ultra marathon runners.
But also thinking about Alex Honnold, who just scaled the building in Taiwan, right?
It was Taiwan, and the building is called Taipei 101.
Yeah.
And I believe it's the third tallest.
But it's just so interesting, these people whose career is just to be extreme.
Yeah.
And to I guess showcase what the human is capable of, the human body, the human mind.
Like they are a living Red Bull can.
Kind of, yeah. I think so, yeah. But it is also very fascinating. They both have families, or they at least have children.
They do.
I don't know if either of them are still married or have been married.
I know Alex is for sure because I just was reading about that. He
Yeah.
just did that yesterday. So,
But just an interesting thing because it takes, it's a pretty selfish thing to
you're risking
risk your life
voluntarily. Yeah.
in these very extreme ways where actually the likelihood that you could die is very high. I just saw Colin O'Brady posted a thing where he was able to like charge his solar phone or something, so he was able to communicate with his son, who he hadn't talked to in a couple weeks maybe, and hadn't seen since like October, and it was, I don't know. I mean, I think what they're doing is incredible, and I think it is very important to showcase to everybody what, like I said, the mind and the body is capable of if you put yourself to it. But then, he's talking about how much he like misses his son, and he's like kind of crying in the post. And I'm like, well, yeah, you've been alone for 70 days in fucking Antarctica. Of course your emotions are high, but also you chose this.
You chose it. I think like in the near future, a robot will be able to scale Taipei 101 faster than Alex Honnold possibly could. It'll be able to.
So that's an engineering
go across.
feat.
It's an engineering feat, but what it won't have
Child.
is a child. What it won't have is the ability to really die or the risk of it. I think how unique and interesting is it that humans, I think that's why AI won't kill us, because they're just going to be like, y'all are so weird.
Yeah, they don't.
Like none of this makes sense.
Yeah.
Why would you do this?
You do this?
Why would you do this? The second thing I'll say about it is, if it were not for people pushing these boundaries, one, you don't know what you can do.
Right.
Until someone does it, you don't know you can do it. Also, innovation.
Yeah.
A lot of time, not necessarily with what Alex Honnold is doing, because his is stripped down, right?
Yeah.
He's removing
But how
technology.
do you cross Antarctica safely and in a healthy
That's what
manner?
I'm getting at. So they're building the tech. They're trying out new things, right?
Just jackets
They
and
have
footwear
they have
and
companies.
sleds.
They have companies that are sponsoring them that
Yeah.
are designing specific gear for that.
Which is just going to make your level 3 snow day in Ohio that much more comfortable because you
Yeah.
can have a great jacket.
You got to think about
moving
astronauts.
forward. Astronauts.
I think
yeah,
that's- I think that's
I
what-
guess that is pretty much the exact same thing.
It's super selfish, right?
Yeah.
Per se, but also like, what if you are giving all of the world a gift?
Yeah. Yeah.
I would say
That's a
Alex
good
Honnold
point.
more selfish, but but also that's his job.
He entertained a lot of people
before-
on Saturday night.
Before he had a kid, he was free solo.
Yeah.
And he won an Academy Award, and it was the craziest shit ever. So he's got a brand. He's got a brand identity. It's the same thing. I would say Alex Honnold, unlike Colin O'Brady, is extreme, but he does like Discovery Channel stuff, and there's other stuff. Alex Honnold is closer to Mick Jagger.
Meaning?
How selfish is it that Mick Jagger is going to go on tour and fucking play rock and roll around the world and not be there for his kids? That kind of thing. Because
okay.
Alex Honnold is doing something, Mick Jagger, not as risky and dangerous, but he's choosing to do this thing that is his career.
That is
for
very him
the money
focused.
and for him, you know.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we can leave it at that.
Yeah.
That works. Although, I mean, we weren't home, so we couldn't watch the live
As it was
stream.
live. I showed
both
you
Friday
clips.
and Saturday, and then we were watching clips, and I have never had my hands get so
It
clammy
was actually
so
impressive. So
quickly.
you asked me, you were like, touch my hands, and I was like, they're drenched.
And then I was just
And
like,
I'm just showing you a clip of him halfway up.
yeah,
Yeah.
knowing that very well that he survives.
I
And
already told you. I was
everything's
like, he
good.
lives. Yeah.
Everything's good. I'd seen a ton of headlines about it. And then later in the day, I was just scrolling through my Instagram, and I literally think I don't know, somebody was posting that it was like from the night before that they were watching it. So I'm watching it again. Instantly, my hands got clammy. I'm wondering if I'm not a heights person anymore. If heights are bothering me.
You're fine in planes.
Sorry. Yeah. Well, honestly, not as fine as I used to be, but I am fine in a plane. But I don't know, just a height thing. Just think, ugh.
Well, we
up
are
there.
not supposed to be up that high.
That's true. That's very true. So it's not often I'm up that high either. So I'm just not doing it as much.
When's the last time we were like in a skyscraper?
Like super high up. I don't know. I mean, we were on
We've
the top
done
of the
some
Huntington
rooftops.
building
Yeah,
a year or
but
two
that wasn't
ago.
scary.
But that wasn't scary. But you felt high up.
We did that
Anyway.
rooftop in New York. Yeah, whatever.
Anyway. But overall, you had a pretty good day?
It was a good day. Also very productive. I liked, there was some problem solving and figuring out who was coming in and when and where and why.
It's not a good day for Matt unless a good problem isn't solved.
Well, nothing feels better. And I think that's like, that can mean a lot of things, right? But it's like the reward of solving something. You need a win.
Yeah.
That's what, and we say that to each other all the time. Like, I just need a win right now.
Yeah.
Even if it's like
Tiny.
like I gotta clean the dishes. I have to fold this blanket. I have to make this bed. I have to mop this floor. I need a little win.
Yeah.
So then the rest of my day can like feel like I accomplished
Build
something.
off the
Yeah.
wins.
I want to lift weights right now. Okay.
Yeah.
Even if it's 15 minutes.
Right.
I was
Go on.
well. What
I was going to change the subject.
I was going to sort of segue, but this was part of like another win for the day. We posted the stuff for the Friday the 13th event.
Yeah.
Coming up, and it was sort of back and forth.
Just the flash day. Is what
Just
you're
the
talking
flash
about.
day. So Friday the 13th is always a big tattoo day.
Yeah.
And that sort of stems from the idea of like, traditionally, tattooing was lowbrow, it was counterculture, it was, it was sailors and military and bikers and felons. And so they sort of took identity with Friday the 13th, which is considered an unlucky day.
Right.
So it's become a big day in tattoo culture with Friday the 13th coming up in February in a couple of weeks. And so we're going to do a flash event. And sort of none of the other artists or people are just dragging their feet. And I was texting one of our artists about procrastination.
You mean just not committing to doing it?
Not committing,
or
but
not?
it's like, hey guys, I know all of you want to do it.
Yeah.
And we sort of like need what you want to
Yeah,
post.
we need
And
the
We need
information.
the content, we need the things you want to do. Not getting the information, people aren't getting
We're
back.
trying to promote it. Let's
And
go.
so I was texting her, I was like, a lot of artists, and this is everybody, but I definitely find it in creative people, I'm like, you procrastinate out of fear.
Yeah.
And the fear is that if I do this thing, if I in this case, if I make a flash sheet, which is pre-drawn things, nobody will like it, and then I will fail. But if I drag my feet and I don't do it, and I didn't quite get it done, then I never get the chance to fail. Therefore, I don't fail.
Yeah.
So it's based around you being afraid of judgment or failure, and
But
because
if you just don't do it, no one can judge you
no
or
one can
fail
judge you or do it. So that's what I was like, sort of having this
You also
dialogue.
don't get a win.
You also don't get a win, and that's what I was getting at. Is like you didn't do a thing that could have been a potential win.
Yeah.
So I was expressing that earlier.
Totally. I completely forgot to bring up last time that we went to the fucking Columbus Fury game match. I think they're called matches. Women's professional volleyball.
Well, I
in
learned a lot about
Columbus,
volleyball that
Ohio.
night because I did not know anything about volleyball. And
It
then
was so much fun.
it was actually incredibly fun. So the two people listening to this, if you're in the Columbus area,
Yeah.
go to a Fury
Go to a
match.
Fury game match. Yeah. Well, I feel like you and I talk about this all the time. Anytime you're at an event that's being done professionally at if not the highest, a very high caliber.
They did
There's
everything right.
production.
They did
There's,
everything right.
You know, whatever you're seeing is
Yep.
well done. It's fun to be at.
mean-
It's engaging. It's exciting.
Are you talking about the mobsters?
Oh my God, the mobsters. I mean, what a fun thing. The guys who go out with the brooms to
It's like
basically
a Zamboni.
they're like the Zambonis, but for the volleyball court.
So they clean up the sweat or debris or
And
whatever.
they push these big, you know, just like kind of like
Late middle-aged dudes with big
big mops, I guess, like dust mops.
push brooms.
Push
Like,
brooms. Yeah, push brooms. Dressed as mobsters.
Yeah.
They've got the hats.
They've
They've
got
got the
bits.
jackets. They've got the gold chain.
They've got,
I mean, they've got
dances.
They've got dances, and they're called the mobsters.
It's such a
And-
good gimmick.
And I'm pretty sure there are tryouts every year.
We looked it up.
So there are tryouts, and you have to be
Over 55.
Over 55 or
I think
over 50.
It was over 55.
Either way,
Either way. yeah.
hilarious. So it's men over likely 55 that go and try out to be mobsters.
They were all having a great
I don't
time.
know how many total there are. There were 4 at this match.
I think there's 4 every match.
But how many mobsters in total?
You
are
have
there?
to be
Maybe
available.
12 or something.
Yeah, yeah.
And then they rotate out throughout the.
You have to be
know,
available
weeks.
for all the home games.
Uh-huh.
But then the DJ.
She was great.
Black
DJ Black
Unicorn.
Unicorn.
Shout out.
Fantastic. Actually,
Shout out DJ Black
Well, it was fun because I
Unicorn.
was like, she seems fucking cool.
Yeah.
And so I messaged her on Instagram. I was like, play some of our shit.
Yeah.
Play some of our songs. And she was like, okay, send me some.
It was
I
like-
don't know if she will, but it's still a
Between
cool
every,
thing.
so they do, are they called games? Like during the match? Listen, we don't know anything about volleyball.
It might just be sets.
But what I will say is
I don't think it's game set match, that's tennis, but I think it's sets.
similar
They have to-
scoring system.
Yeah, something.
But it was like a good amount of time. And
Yeah.
it's only like $10 to $15 to attend.
It was amazing.
And you get the big experience.
Yeah.
The women are gigantic,
tall.
except for one.
Except for the one, she's tiny.
Which she is. So I mentioned this to a client, and they were like, oh, well, the setter is always the tiny one.
Interesting.
And so it is a skill position.
And is it where you basically are below everybody, you get it up to a certain
And
height,
essentially,
and then they
she
slam
sets
it
it
over?
every time. So like,
Wow.
and if you're paying attention, she is always the setter.
Well, I definitely plan to go back because it was so much fun, and I want to learn more about it.
It's
so
so
when I'm
fun,
watching
so
it, I
cheap.
can actually pay attention and know what's happening.
Like, what a fun thing to just randomly do. I will say, the drinks and stuff are nationwide
well, it's
prices.
still just nationwide. It's
It's
the
like-
arena. It's still the pricing.
You want to pay $20 for a drink? All right. Well,
I think I was looking at our credit card statement,
I easily spent $100.
and I was
that
just
night.
like, I didn't even drink, and I was like, oh, arena sales, and I was like, oh my God.
Well, I'm still doing carnivores, so I was only doing.
you can't do shitty beer.
I can't do shitty beer, so I was just drinking liquor and soda.
Yeah.
But I was doing like double liquor and soda,
Oh
and
my
that
God.
was the painful thing. Yeah.
Hilarious. Yeah, I had a really good time at it. I'm glad that we
Yeah.
went. We talked about going
Well,
a handful of times last year, just could never make it work.
We sort of got turned on to it because one of the owners
Oh yeah.
is Joey B.
God.
We're trying. So, rumor has it that Joe Burrow owns a condo downtown.
Right.
We sort
in
of
Columbus.
know in Columbus, and we sort of know where.
He might
it
not
is.
anymore, for all
He
I
might
know.
not anymore, but he did for a moment, and he's part owner of the Columbus Fury. So we're always kind of.
Well, I feel like
just
that's what just even. I mean, I think last year was their first season
Mm-hmm.
in Columbus. I think it was their first season, and so there was information like on the news that like, oh, we're getting this professional volleyball team, and everyone was like, yeah, and Joe Burrow's one of the owners, and I was like, okay, that's why a lot of people are interested.
Mm.
I saw tons of like little boys in Joey B jerseys and stuff.
Yeah.
But oh my God, was it just last night?
It was last night. The snow was coming down. The snow's coming down.
I don't know.
had a few.
I was gonna say maybe Matt had a
whiskeys.
few cocktails, and I was just looking at my Explore page on my Instagram, and I saw this funny video, and it was like, I don't remember if it was black and white or
It
just
was.
like a
It was-
weird cool sepia tone or something, and it was a picture of Joe Burrow like sitting, they claimed at like a McDonald's booth, just like looking
Alone.
very downtrodden, and it was like, is Joe Burrow depressed? Like blah, blah, just
Yeah.
some funny thing. So I showed it to Matt, and he just goes, well, I'm gonna message him and see if he wants to hang out. And so he just
I just
straight up
DM'd him.
just DM'd him like, hey, he said, it's so funny. He was just like, hey man, I live downtown in Columbus. If you ever just want to like hang out or like get a tattoo, like, anyway, hope you're good. And then I was like, did you actually say that? And he was like, yeah,
That's
of course I did.
dudes talk.
It's so different from the way girls talk.
Well, I will bring up first, every time, if I'm at the gym without you, and I'll be like, hey, I saw Lee, and you're like, oh, how is he? And I'm like, I don't fucking know.
I mean, that is like just common.
I didn't talk to him.
Well, and that's just you'll see that all over the place.
I paused my pods and we fist bumped, and then I put them back in.
Whereas girls, you feel like when you say hello, you need to ask how they're doing, what's going on. Definitely plan a lunch. Definitely plan to catch up.
Well, what's funny is it's like it honestly, and it doesn't like. I think you can say this like a masculine, feminine, and I'm not going to say that like my gay friends are more masculine or not, but I will say, even when I see like my gay friends at the gym who are men, it's still the same.
Just a wave.
It's still just like a little bump or a little nod or something. Yeah. So it's not even. It's just like for some reason.
You're pretty cut to the chase,
the dudes,
just like straightforward. We're interacting, but we're not here to hang out.
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
like,
we're doing this thing.
All you need is essence of salutation.
Yeah, dinner sometime, drinks. Yeah. We'll talk. All right. Yeah.
You guys don't even do that. Let's be real.
It depends. Like sometimes I'll say Josh.
Yeah.
Then we'll be
okay,
like, all right,
depends on the person.
Something. Yeah.
But
Justin always. But,
I saw a funny video, and it's of a guy who's like going to hang out with his friend, but his wife or girlfriend is like, okay, I'm sending you with a list of things you need to ask him because they just broke up or something, and he's just like, hi, so what happened to you and Erica?
Yeah.
And it's just like so awkward about it, because most of the time guys will come home and be like, so how is he? What's going on? I don't know. We didn't even talk about the fact that they're getting a divorce.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like that happens even with my clients though, male and female too, though. It's like somehow we end up just talking about all these other things and none of the personal life stuff comes up.
Right. Yeah. I just thought that was so funny. I was like, did you actually say that? You're like, yeah, that's how dudes talk. And I was like, you know what? Fair enough.
Although it's still, I have not checked recently, but I don't think that he saw it yet.
I'm sure it's in a request folder that he doesn't even look at, and he probably
I would assume.
Thousands of DMs every single day.
You miss 100% of the shots.
Thank you, Wayne.
Yep.
Thank you, Wayne.
I mean, that's how any of the stuff we've ever done has been like, I can't believe that happened or responded.
I can't remember what I was listening to, but someone was just talking about, meeting an idol or meeting somebody that you respect for whatever reason, but somebody that you don't know, and they are sort of like a bigger, larger than life presence, and just how it tends to usually be not really a curse, but it's usually a letdown.
Oh, it's always never meet your idol. They always say that.
Exactly. Is there anybody you would want to meet, kind of regardless of that, or if you could?
Josh Homme.
Oh, really? Okay, cool. There you go.
Is there anybody? Yeah.
Yeah.
There's one dude. Yeah.
Yeah. Why? Pretty music related? Because I feel like his rest of him is pretty
personal life. I don't know. That was just the first
up.
one. I mean, if we were to look back at history, it would be different. I just think there's like.
I always think that the first answer that comes to mind is the first person.
I think I've said it over and over, mainly like. The only reason that answer is so
singer and lead guitar player of Queens of the Stone Age.
That comes so fast because it's like when people are like, "Oh, is there someone in
like an influence?"
Typically, the question is always that I've been given a ton is there somebody that you would like to work with musically? And I've heard that over and over and over and over, and a lot of times on tour, something that was always a question, and I was like, well, there's nobody else I would want to even attempt to work with other than Josh.
You wouldn't want to work with like Dave Grohl or?
Nope, Josh for sure.
Okay.
Because who does Dave Grohl want to work with?
That's true.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like,
that's true.
Who do people want to work with? It's Josh.
Yeah.
Like there's some sort of magic in there. Who do Royal Blood? Who does Arctic Monkeys?
Which all your favorite bands?
All of my favorite bands. Who do they want to work with?
It's
Josh Homme. Because nobody is cooler, essence of cool, dripping with cool. Unapologetically himself. Can't help but be himself. He's kind of a dick.
Relatively unapologetically unhinged.
A little unhinged. But I'm like, I would want that like experience in the desert.
Yeah.
Finding truth. I think that's what it is, right? It's sort of like.
You want to go on an experience.
If there was a shaman aspect, like if there's someone
you want to be guided through something.
If there's someone who could lead me,
Josh by your side,
who could lead you to truth,
yeah.
That's who I want to meet, and I can almost guarantee that nothing he could do would be a letdown, Because if he was like a total asshole, I'd be like, oh yeah, that was probably what I thought.
Yeah,
Or-
yeah, you already kind of expect that, so you're like, you know what?
But if he's not
Fine.
and he's totally just
Then
chill,
it's like amazing.
oh, I'm like, oh my god, this is the coolest experience possible. So he sort of is an enigma.
I like that.
Is there somebody that you think
Well, I always really wanted to somehow
would
meet
the queen?
The queen.
I knew you were going to say the queen. I knew
and
you were
now
going
I
to say it.
can't. So I actually don't know right now. I was trying to think about it. I was like, who would I want to meet now? And there's a lot of people that are all kind of on the same level where I'm like, maybe, but I don't know right now, to be honest. I really don't. So I'll let you know. I'm gonna keep you posted.
I'm always
if I
fascinated, like,
think about it.
Anybody who is sort of like doing something, well, unfortunately, people who are doing the top of their game, whatever it is, are they the greatest surgeon or football player or golfer or equestrian? You know,
Right.
the Olympics are coming up. Very
Yeah.
hyped for that. Most of those people lose interpersonal skills,
Right.
you know?
You
So
know-
then it gets hard.
Yeah,
Because you want to meet your idols? Well,
Yeah.
your idol is probably not good at being a person.
for sure.
Right?
Absolutely.
Because all of their time and effort has been spent not being a normal person.
Yeah. You know who seems relatively kind? I don't know. I think it'd be right now, in this moment, and it's relatively niche. I think I'd like to meet Jessica Springsteen.
That makes sense.
That would be kind of cool.
For some reason, I thought you were going to say Dua Lipa. I don't know why.
No. I mean, it'd be cool to meet Dua Lipa just
You
because
want
of
to
the
meet Jessica
Kosovo.
Springsteen because she's an Olympian,
She's Olympian,
The daughter of-
equestrian, a rock star.
daughter of a rock star. So what a fascinating
So
person.
it's kind of a funny thing where I'm like, I can kind of speak both languages here.
What was-
and honestly, she just seems like a genuinely
What's
good
dope
person.
is
But that's all I see on
it's
Instagram.
a person.
I
It's a
don't know.
person who is at the top of their game. You know, the nepo baby thing. Obviously, how do you afford to become that?
Of course,
you have
yeah.
to be extremely rich.
Of course.
But to actually succeed at it is
Yeah.
different
Right.
because
right.
you could be Lance Stroll. And be a nepo baby for
You
F1
could.
fans out there and fucking suck.
Well, he's trying.
He's trying.
He's trying.
It's like, at least she is good at
Yeah,
her sport that
yeah.
she chose to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. That was the first thing that just came to mind. I was like,
Oh.
who do I admire when I just like look into my Instagram or on
Yeah.
TV or something?
No,
and
she's probably super
she
fun.
kinda-
and-
She comes to mind. She just seems down to earth.
yeah.
The whole family seems pretty fucking
It's
cool.
hard. Is there anybody, I guess we don't want to throw shade, but is there somebody you have met as far as like pop culture figures or somebody, a celebrity who was a disappointment where you were like,
No, I really haven't met that many people. Well, when I was in 6th grade, I feel like I've told this story. My best friend Allie and I were in Cabo with her family for spring break.
oh, I know where this is going.
And we were at a restaurant, and Allie's dad
It's okay because the Broncos are not in
recognized
the Super
that
Bowl, so-
John Elway was at a table, and her dad wasn't going to go up and ask for an interview, but he was definitely going to send his daughter and her cute friend, who are 12, over to
Yeah.
ask. And so we went up to him, and he said, "Hey, hi, Mr. Elway." Of course, he knew we had no fucking idea who
Right.
he was. We had no fucking idea who he was. Can we have your autograph? And he literally didn't even like turn away from whatever he was doing and just like signed it and handed it back to us and like shooed us away. And that stuck with me though, because I was just like, okay, well, the way Mr. Mike said we should go up to him and act like, this is an important person. This
Yeah.
is going to be a really cool experience. You should go ask him. This is so cool. And then he was so cold and off-putting to 2 tiny girls.
He's on vacation.
I totally get it. But you're also John Elway.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was just like, you could have been like, hey girls, oh my gosh, of course, thank you. Have a good time. See you later. Wave to Mr. Mike over
Yeah.
in the corner. Call it a fucking night. But that stuck with me. And I remember when, because I think we each got an autograph because I brought mine home. And I remember like just talking about the trip with my mom before bed. And I had the little autograph next to my bed. And she was just like, was it really cool? And I was just like, no, it wasn't. And to this day, when I see anything John Elway, I'm like, piece of shit.
Yeah.
I know nothing about
Well,
it. He's probably a lovely man.
He's a big announcer now.
I know. But I don't know, that stuck with me.
No, it's fascinating.
Otherwise, no, honestly, I feel like I've met some like B-level people and they've all been so normal and nice and just felt like people.
We've been Flaming Lips.
Oh my God, yeah.
They're so sweet.
I don't even, that's so funny. I don't even think of them as like anything bigger than, or anything more than just people we know, which is cool.
Well,
And I feel
which
like
is-
that's what you want. That's what, if you want to meet people.
When we're hanging out with most of these people
Yeah.
that we know, it's always like, well, they're very normal.
Yeah.
You know.
Which,
They're quirky, but also we happen to run with a lot of artists, you know?
so it's already just kind of on a quirky level.
So we're just already expecting them to be quirky.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. But no, I've always found the best way to just interact with and approach somebody who is sort of, you know, at these quote unquote higher levels
Yeah.
or could be considered an idol to a lot of people is just to be as normal yourself, treat them as you would anybody else you're meeting for the first time, you know, be interested in them, but hopefully they're also interested in you. Most of the time, I feel like they want to talk about you.
Oh,
They want to
yeah.
ask you questions because they're probably sick of talking about themselves.
Well, they get asked the same questions over
yeah,
and
and
over
so
and
I
over
say
and
in
over.
that moment, fuck yeah, just talk about yourself.
Yeah.
Tell them what you do.
Actually, I would say that's a big tip if anyone is listening and they're trying to talk to a celebrity. Don't ask them a bunch of generic ass shit.
Oh yeah, ask them how their breakfast was. or
Well, just
something.
like start talking about your grandma's recipes or
yeah,
something. Like,
or just be like unabashedly humble.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you know, if you spill your drink on yourself or something because you're nervous, be like, you dumb bitch. You know, little things like that. I feel like break the ice and
Yeah. The last
it's
thing
just,
you want to
just
do is
be
like,
normal.
don't act like you know stuff about them.
Yeah.
You know, just act like you're talking to a normal person.
Yeah.
Because you are.
Because you are.
Because you are.
And that's how they most of the time want to be. And you will learn very quickly. Well, I think that's where it kind of separates the people who are legitimately at that level and the people who maybe are almost there, but not quite, or think they are. Because you'll see the ego shift.
Well, I can tell you the thing I say to people, young artists all the time, where I'm always like, people who are ahead of you and who are secure
Right.
will be supportive.
Right. And we've talked about this a bunch.
The
yeah.
people who are insecure,
Yeah.
they will be the ones who try to tell you you're wrong or hold you back or
Right.
be negative.
Right.
The negativity only comes from a place of insecurity.
Totally. Totally. Yeah. So, I don't know. I guess maybe try meeting your idols.
I think, yeah, it's a trope for a reason. You know, the stereotypes are for a reason. They typically have a grain of truth, which often they do.
Now, I will say, in modern times, as in right now, there are so many more celebrities
Right.
or just people of note, and you have so much more access to them by means of the internet and just the ability to, you know, people are just celebrities in all different senses now. Before you had
Well, there's
you
no
know,
mystery.
old Hollywood. Yeah, there was no, and now there's no mystery. So it's a little bit easier just to kind of, I feel like, interact on the daily or very quickly in passing
Well, also-
with somebody.
Celebrities now have been normalized in a weird way because they have social media.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
So like celebrities themselves
Yeah.
are just like
I do
making
this
comments,
too.
making comments, and they're at the same bakery you go to.
Yeah,
and they're
yeah.
sitting alone in
I know.
McDonald's or
I know.
whatever. It's just like
Yeah, exactly.
celebrities are just like out there all the time saying it.
Celebrities, they're just like us.
I think if I were on a trajectory to be a celebrity, I would not post shit. I would
Okay.
like keep it like so minimal. Like Lewis Hamilton does a pretty good job of where it's just like only like high quality fashion photos, but you keep your personal stuff
Yeah.
almost non-existent.
Yeah.
You know, you're not commenting
Remain,
on stuff.
you know, I think everyone should try to remain a little bit of a mystery.
Well, it makes the vagueness, it breeds allure, it
Yeah.
breeds excitement.
It also invites everybody in,
It's-
which is so nice.
Like when they talk about,
I mean, I think I say that for everybody.
when you talk about like creating a piece of art, the best art, they don't show everything, right?
Yeah.
You leave things up to the imagination. And if
Yeah.
you leave things up to the imagination, then it's more interesting.
Well, it's more interesting
engaging.
and everyone can engage with it because
Right. They can
now
interpret it on their own. So I think if you're a celebrity, you're creating a piece of art.
Yeah.
Your brand is a piece of art.
Yeah.
You need that mystery to be there.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that totally translates into just how people are communicating today in general with one another. It's like, you don't have to say every single thing.
Well, we're living in a state where everything is filmed. You know, everything is chronicled. Everything is saved at all times. So it actually takes more effort to be mysterious.
Yeah.
To leave a little mystery.
Yeah.
That's the work.
Right.
It used to be that was the easy part, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now it's becoming like, if you want people to not know your shit, that takes more effort.
Yeah. Let the mystery be.
I was singing it over and over and over. Iris
Dement. Hell
yeah, she's awesome.
She's the best. Yeah.
What show was that on?
I think it was The
Leftovers, yeah.
But she did all that stuff with John Prine.
Well,
It was very cool.
the song.
I mean, the song, In Spite of Ourselves.
In Spite of Ourselves.
Let's be real.
In Spite of Ourselves.
I saw a couple post about, they literally called it being in a throuple with your business and your spouse.
Is that us?
So I think we're in a throuple. Yeah, I was just like,
I'm like, is that
I
us?
was like, okay, well, yeah, I've never been in a throuple, but I guess I have been for the past 8 years.
It's way more of like a child.
I think of it more as a child. I would agree. Now, this person does have real children, so
well, that's
she
probably
probably
why.
considers it more of a relationship than a child. But I always think of like, we don't have kids, but we have businesses, and they are just as demanding.
Well, I think the way we talk about it is often like, well, we have to check on it.
Yeah.
We have to make sure it's okay.
Yeah.
Like we have to go. Like so, it's like it's way more of this like concerned parentage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they were just talking about.
I'm not trying to fuck it,
No. Oh God, no.
good or bad.
No. They were just talking. I didn't even really read into what they were saying, but it did make me think about the pros and cons of building a business with your spouse, or even just your significant other, or somebody that's just a really close relation, whether it's a sibling or somebody where it's like, if things were to go awry in the business, like how much would it fuck with your relationship?
Yeah.
If you just have a business partner, it's a little bit different, but to have these really close relations and be building something or working on something together, just the pros and cons of it.
Well, I think it's more emotionally charged for sure.
Yeah.
But it also is like, in our instance, if it were to fail, it would really affect us.
Yeah.
Whereas like, if we were further along and it was like a new business, but if we were financially stable, like completely secure, then it would not matter as much.
And you mean it would like affect our world, not necessarily like our relationship.
No. Our relationship would be fine, but it would be like so detrimental. Like last spring when we were Googling bankruptcy.
Okay.
I'm
You
like,
really like to bring that up.
well, just because I think it's fascinating. Like, I think people need to know, like.
You have fascination with it. I have PTSD.
Well, exactly. But I think people need to know, like, you have to be prepared for these things and how heavy that they are.
Well, and I would say actually a nice thing about it is we were there, in the middle of the night or early in the mornings or whenever to actually comfort one another over something like this and really feel completely open sharing our emotions and our feelings about it, whereas you might not with just a simple business partner.
This is really like, this is our second one, not our first one really, but it's kind of our first big one. But if it's number 5, if it's number 6, will we feel the same?
Right. Totally. And I'm also more so talking just generally about any sort of business with a spouse and, you take work home with you but you're also both aware of what you do. And so I think it's completely 50-50, if not in our experience, more pro than con.
I think more pro for sure. It keeps us close. It keeps us like
very honest with each other.
Of course. Think. Yeah, we have to. There's no numbers or no things that can be hidden.
Yeah.
But also, I don't feel like I need.
Well, and I think the biggest thing is having roles within it, and that's a household. That's anything. It's just like understanding like where's my role. do I understand what you're doing? Can I help you with what you're doing? But also, I'm going to let you do your thing unless you need help, and vice
Right.
versa. Knowing where each person kind of stands, sits,
I think really
stays.
the way we have built it is about our strengths, you know, but then also like we can tag out when we need.
Yeah.
So like if you are not available to do a thing that you normally do, I can step in and do it.
Yeah.
I don't do it as well as you.
Right, and vice versa.
But
Totally.
we're both aware of all of the things. That's how it functions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I cannot tattoo.
No. And, you know, I can talk about the tattooing culture, the
Yeah.
things being used. I can talk about like art mediums. I can do things that you cannot, but I also am so bad at whether it's the logistics of.
You have no idea how to find the EIN number for all the businesses.
That's what I'm talking about. I don't know how any of the paperwork, like when the few times I've had to like deal with the contract stuff and with the artist, I'm like, I feel like I fucked it all up. I feel like none of it was right and I don't know what I'm doing. I wish you were here.
Well, but most of the time it's a tag team effort.
Yes.
Sure.
Happy Australia Day.
What does that mean?
That means that today is Australia Day.
Okay. Is it a national holiday
It
for
is.
Australia? Okay.
It is.
Okay.
It's their like
So they're having like a big bank holiday or
Independence Day.
yeah. Oh, okay. Independence from England?
Correct.
Okay. What
Yep.
year?
I have no fucking idea.
Oh, okay.
Someone was talking.
2014.
Someone brought it up to me 2 days ago that it was like on Monday, but they always have the Leamingtons.
I don't know.
So they're
Leamington?
the Leamingtons.
I don't know.
Leamingtons, which is like the Australian cake with
Okay.
jam in it.
Oh, interesting.
That's what they like eat for it. I meant to make them tonight, but I forgot.
You were gonna make them?
Well, I was gonna make like a version, like a protein version, and like with like spicy plum jam or something.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I forgot until right
Interesting.
now when I saw a note that
Oh,
said,
that it's Australia Day.
Australia
Well,
Day.
happy Australia Day to
Yeah.
all who celebrate.
yeah.
My family's counterpart is in Australia.
Well, and also your sister went to Australia and helped open
Yeah.
a business
Yeah,
in
got
Australia.
got some good friend whose dad is from Australia.
Our number one food influencer follow is Australian.
Look at us. I mean, we're basically Australian. Let's be real. I'd go to Australia. Not a
I
big-
would love to.
Yeah.
It's
Big travel. That'd be one where it's like
22 hours,
I
I
think we
think.
need to splurge and get the nice seats on the airplane.
Yeah. Yeah, they do it. It's 22 hours,
Is it?
I believe. Yeah, it's around 22 hours. And that's one.
Just like total, like from
Yeah.
Columbus
Yeah.
to, because you have to usually stop in like LA or somewhere. Yeah.
But that's one where they start you on the timeline.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Right away.
Yeah, I remember Celia saying that they were serving like meals at interesting times to just
Yeah.
go ahead and like adjust you.
Let's acclimate
Let's go
to
ahead and
it,
acclimate to it. Yeah. Oh, I'd love to go to Australia. I think I don't really know a ton about it, to be honest. Obviously, the big bug situation is a situation.
There's a lot of big
but
bugs.
I have a feeling if we stay in like Sydney and Melbourne,
Yeah.
we'll be good. I don't know. We could go into what is it? Is it the bush or the brush?
Bush.
The bush.
Yeah. Everything's the bush.
The bush.
It is interesting when all of the cities are on the exterior.
Yeah.
Nothing's in the middle at all.
Because you got those fucking bugs. My God.
No, it's just pure desert.
A friend of mine, his dad is Australian and he lives in California, Nick.
Yeah.
And he opened up an Australian
meat pie.
pie
Yeah.
shop
That's the
years
thing.
ago, and
Australian
I
meat pies.
didn't know about him at all. But I think you tend to get them served either on potatoes or mashed peas.
Yeah.
And they're so good.
Which is kind of a British thing, obviously.
Mashed peas.
Yeah.
What else? Go on.
Well, I just sort of the last thing I'll say about Australia and meat pies. There's a venue / restaurant in St. Louis called the Silver Ballroom.
Okay, I've heard of it. Yeah.
And that I'm going to relate this to the Drunken Fry.
Oh,
so
yes.
all
Oh, I know. Yeah.
this is all going to come back around to what I would love to do in Columbus at some point.
Yeah.
Which is the Silver Ballroom in St. Louis. An Australian guy owns it. It's you go in. It's all pinball machines.
Oh, yeah.
Silver Ballroom.
Yep, of course.
Right.
Yeah.
But they serve
Silver ball
room. They serve one thing:
meat pies.
Australian meat pies. And they
yeah.
have a meat pie and a vegetarian version.
Cool.
That's it. It's always lines out the door,
Yeah.
super popular. They crush one item.
Yeah.
Same thing with the Drunken Fry, which is now closed.
Oh,
So
what a shame.
that concept's up for grabs.
Yeah, because that was Oklahoma City.
That was. But one thing, you make one thing at the highest caliber level. You don't have a menu with 1,000 items.
Which they were French fries.
They were French fries, the
Yeah.
Drunken Fry were. But I think that's what people like want. Like,
Well, didn't they always have rotating dipping sauces?
that was the whole thing.
So they had
99 dipping sauces.
99 dipping sauces, but any night there might be 12 available or something.
Exactly. And
yeah.
they'd put like, I think it was like a magnet on which ones
Yeah,
they
which
had
ones
or
are
whatever
available that night, yeah.
One guy just makes all the sauces, you know.
Nice,
Which
yeah.
I like. Tip Top used to have pies, and it would just be like
Oh, right.
whatever the girl made.
Yeah, or sliced cake.
A slice
or,
of cake. It
yeah.
would just be like, this is what Linda made.
Yeah.
We got one thing tonight, and you'd be like, oh shit, carrot cake, this is great, you know.
triple chocolate.
Yeah, this is tonight. But I love this idea of like limited supply, increased demand, but you do it at such a high caliber.
Yeah, especially if you're just a bar
Yeah.
or if you're a late night spot
Yeah.
where people are they kind of just need the one thing right now.
Yeah.
And it's right. Would you do tater tots?
Tots, I think, is the move.
Yeah.
I think you do a regular potato and a sweet potato. So you do two types of tots, but you're doing them at like such a high caliber.
Do you do different like?
That way you can have a dessert.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say, do you do like a sweet potato and a savory sweet
Of
potato?
course, of
Yeah.
course.
So maybe it's like a seasoning thing that rotates. Like you can get different seasonings each night.
I think
or-
and dipping sauce. You
and
know.
dipping sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I love the idea. I
The
think
idea of a
it'd be
dive
great.
bar. My client today lives downtown, and she was like, "Well, you know, we have 12 new fine dining restaurants.
I know. Yeah.
But there's not a dive bar. There's not a new mid-level, just like,
Yeah.
hey, we're even like a classic style like
Well,
gastro pub
yeah.
or brew pub
No,
or
I totally
something,
get
like-
it. And in defense of the fine dining restaurants, I would say maybe partially they're trying to get downtown as a destination location. So you are drawing people in from the suburbs to see that downtown is still alive. Things are still happening. That might make someone consider moving down here that maybe wouldn't have, or just even coming down here in general. And then that opens up a little more room
All
for
of these
the dive
buildings
bars.
are required to have 30% affordable housing.
Right. But you do need to follow up by then investing in these smaller mom and pop businesses that are little dive bars, that are little unique
If
restaurants.
you anticipate 30,000 people moving down here, which is how many units they're making,
Yeah.
and 30% of that,
Yeah.
what is that? I don't even know the math, but
Math.
it's more than 1,000.
Yeah.
So where are those thousands of people?
Yeah. They're not eating at the fine dining
33,000.
restaurant.
Where are 3,000 people going to eat who are affordable housing?
Right.
Where's that?
Right. Yeah.
You got Tip Top.
I know. I know.
So, I mean, we talk about it, but it just annoys me where I'm always like, okay, I like these restaurants. It's cool.
Yeah.
But is
But it's
that,
not doing much for the neighborhood.
it's not doing much for the neighborhood.
No, and if anything, still, Columbus is such a city where people are so devoted to their fucking cars, and so they drive in, they go to dinner, they drive out, no one's walking. I mean, it's the middle of winter right now, so you're not going to see much walking in general, but they're still walking in New York City.
Hey, you and I are walking.
They're still walking in Chicago. Oh my gosh.
You and I are walking.
Trekking.
It was kind of
right
fun.
now.
I did enjoy yesterday when it was fresh.
Everybody loves a fresh snow day.
I know.
And day two,
I'm
we
still-
start to get a little annoyed.
I was still fine today. I think tomorrow I'll start to be like, okay, I'm over it.
Oh, I'm already over it. I'm like, let's get back to normal. Let's get back to routine. Let's get back to. I haven't been able to run in a few days because the stupid gym is closed.
Yeah.
And,
Closed again
and
tomorrow.
I can't run outside. What
Well-
am I gonna do?
We can try and run outside.
No, we'll be like those people in the video.
It's an actual foot of snow outside,
Yeah,
by the way.
yeah. We're not running
No,
outside.
no.
No. I don't know. We did play a show on Saturday.
It was fun,
It was really fun. The little Springfield cover show.
which we've done for 10 years.
It actually went really well.
It did. It was very fun.
It's always fun to just like be so out of your normal
Yeah.
community. And
What do you think the average age was there? A lot of gray hair.
62?
Yeah.
Average.
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 The entire bar was gray hair. It was awesome.
Maybe 68.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was awesome, and people were engaging, and they were so kind.
They were so fun.
And it was a good time.
Yeah. I'm glad we do it. It's always extremely fun.
Well, it's one of those events where it's just like, you know how much it means to the people putting it on.
Right.
And so just to be there playing it, no, was it our best show? Absolutely not. But
Play a bunch of covers.
play a bunch, yeah.
Small town America, it feels so classic, so timeless.
Well, and then just to see the people who you care about with a smile on their face,
Oh my
that's all you
love
can
it.
ask for. So it was fun. And we raced the snow home, so we got home in time, which is awesome.
Thank you for driving.
You're welcome.
I had a few drinks, so I was like, babe,
Yeah, we're not doing this.
Jesus, take the wheel.
Yeah. And I did. It was
you.
great. It was totally great. Yeah, it was a good time.
It was, very much so.